welcome to Gagrul.net. This is Gagrulelive, and today is Tuesday. It's California is burning. It's a very, very sad scene, but hundreds of people are missing. 10 and more are dead. So we're really sorry to hear that stuff. Okay, so today we're talking about ANC. Well, a weekend in Pasadena, this ANC Grassroots Conference. It was incredible, the quality of the people, the leadership, the speakers, and you name it. So when I was wandering around, looking here and there, and I was saying, how did this happen? How much progress we Armenian made? It's just, if you look at 35 years ago, I was young, in my 20s. I traveled Europe for business, and you talk to people Armenian, they had no clue. Armenian was a building, it was a product, it was a human being. They didn't know nothing, zero. And you know how hard was that we grew up, our parents, mothers and fathers and grandmothers, told us all this atrocity, how they lost their uncles, their mother, their father, their, neighbors. And then yet you go in, nobody knows about it. From 1915 until 80s, Armenian cause was dead. Nobody knew about it except us. And when you go see these things in this progress that Armenian made, it's just incredible. We went from defensive position to now in offensive position, and all because really it's thanks to people like this. This Aram is just amazing guy. He all his adulthood life he spent for Armenian cause. I mean, he's not the only one, but this guy is just took on this leadership of ANC, and he's just amazing. It's not only he's fighting for Armenian genocide recognition, he also fighting for Artsakh. He is also putting up the fires, because the Turk constantly do these things. Like, for example, that simple, like if you remember this Americana, they wouldn't let this Armenian genocide movie show up. So he's doing that. But there are hundreds and thousands of volunteers everywhere, every state, every city, and those 47 states of United States recognizing Armenian genocide, it just didn't come. No, somebody didn't put it in silver plate, give us. All those people in the background working and doing that. And I call people like Aram treasure. They really, you cannot replace them. Money cannot replace them. And I always say the Turks maybe have billions of dollars, but we have people like Aram working hard, an organization like ANC. And also like Harut Sasoyan, he's another treasure with his pencil writing, and he does so much, and I have great appreciation. Now, all those people, we interviewed them, and we're going to bring them the interview as we go this week or next week, because there's so many stuff was going on in there, and so we just can't put them in there. We also, of course, you heard, we met another Armenian treasure. Garu is just another guy. He's fighting the fire right in the middle where the fire is Turkey. He's the member of Turkish parliament, and he's just a wonderful guy. I even told them, I said, sounds like you are a master politician, because otherwise how would you survive in the most dangerous place in the world? And so I have an interview, but
We have some audio problem, but I'll explain to you what we discussed. And then we have now those heavyweight producers, actors, because those films and movies would not happen without those wonderful people, and he's even pushing it, this architect of denial to the Oscar. So hopefully Oscar will realize. And then we have individual people like Matthew. He's this is the 7th time he goes to Western Armenia. He looked for the heritage stuff, the building, the people, on his own risk, even going there. And he made this books. It's amazing. I think he told me that he's coming out with more, and so he's just another treasure, Armenian treasure. So we'll look forward to his new book. I hope he'll come one day here and tell us and bring us those pictures so everybody could see it. And then you have those volunteers, like some of them, I don't know, you see them, they look like 10-year-old, but they were all in there just helping people every way, registering and doing all that kind of things. And then if you look at, here is the congressional people from Congress, both congressmen from Glendale area, one from Orange County, and they both are high-ranking politicians. But the interesting is the guy in the middle, and he's an Armenian. That's Charlie. He's a senior politics editor of Politico. I mean, as you could see, Armenians are everywhere now. In the media, in the government, they're just everywhere. And so it's like just amazing how far we went. Here is me having discussion with its Congressman Ed Royce. He's a Republican. He's a chairman of House Foreign Affairs Committee. It's a very powerful guy. We couldn't do this 20, 30 years ago, but now we have this, and the Armenians should be very proud of themselves, how much they accomplished. This is very, very, very happy, and I was very excited to be among those people and the volunteer and all those people. And I'm just going to show you just very short the scene in there, and then when they showed up the Architect of Denial movie, when the people were coming out, I had the chance to interview a few people, and you could see him in next clip. But we will bring you more and more of what happened in Pasadena, those wonderful. I mean, I tell you, I was extremely excited, and even the driving there was torturous, but I was very happy to do it. So I'm going to show you just a little bit of that, but then tomorrow, next, we'll bring you other stuff.
We did get a little bit of a delayed start, mostly because, as probably you know, there is a Coldplay concert at the Rose Bowl, and apparently a lot of our people are stuck in traffic, so we didn't want a lot of people to walk in during the film, but we'll just do the best that we can. I want to first thank you all for registering and coming to our conference. This has been something that's been a long time planning. We have a wonderful Grassroots Conference organizing committee, and I'd like to ask each of our committee members who are in the hall to please stand up and be recognized. Grassroots Conference committee members.
And every time someone enrolls into this program tonight from their cell phone, the thermostat will rise. And when you enroll, your name will be displayed on the screen on the revolving donor wall. And we're going to continue running this donor wall.
I think going over the whole timeline, from beginning to end, and sort of showing the parallel of how history has been repeating itself, that was very good, and good exposure for all the other crowds to see.
I'm Areni Çorbadyan and I go to Pilibos Armenian School. It empowered me and made me realize the atrocities that are being committed in our world today. And it's not only against Armenians, but all minorities that should be gaining their inalienable right to survive.
It was touching and it was wonderful. And we see so many artifacts that it's happened. And documentary was...
I could see your eyes red.
Yes, it just... yeah, definitely. I like the fact that they could... you could see in your eyes how that happened in that time. So every person can feel it, and I really appreciate the production. Members of all the filmmakers who made this, happen. So I really appreciate an organization ANCA as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Շատ աստեցիկ էր եւ ագանադեսները վերջը մանավանդ որ ջենոսայդը կշարունակվի դակավին մինչև այսօր ահավեցիկ այդ փաստը մեջտեղն է եւ
երբով ներկայացված էր ջենոսայդը 1915-ին 23-ի ջենոսայդը լա ատկեվերջը Ադրբեջանի մեջ Սումգայիթի մեջ Բաքուի Սումգայիթներ բոլոր
ագանադես եղան այսօր ոչ թե միայն պատմական եղելություն էր փաստեցին մեզի այժմեական եղելություն է ուրեմն
It was a very impactful film, and it's very disconcerting to see this cycle continue, and to take it from not just the genocide, but to take it to what's happening today in Baku, in Nagorno-Karabakh, and to have today's generation continue to fight and make sure that the Armenians who died then and now are not in vain.
Are you actively involved in ANC?
I am very involved. I used to intern for them. I now volunteer for them, and I will continue to work with them.
Good job. Thank you.
Thank you, Shiraga.
How about you?
Yeah, so they said it perfectly, but it was definitely a very impactful film.
So there you go. So you see this people. The place was packed, and it was how they managed to bring this much people, and they're a good organization, And so one other thing I was going to mention is this: they have come out with this donation, like it's really like $15, which is really not much. But you could put it every month and cell phone. Hopefully one day we bring somebody from ANC to explain more about this, and it's really worth it. And also they have internship programs that you could go for summer. And also I have to mention here too, there is another organization called Armenian American Assembly, which is this wonderful guy named Mihran is running it in West Coast, but they are very strong in East Coast. They too have this internship thing. So you could, if you are young, this is your chance to join, to help, and this is how this whole organization started, with the young people. And so we encourage you to go there. And also, I think it's Thursday. It's on our website. You could go look. There is this Intent to Destroy. They're going to screen the film there Thursday in UCLA. And go there, have a look at. We're definitely going to be there. Go see it.
So there's so many things going on, all one after another, like we just don't have even time to go all of them. So, and then we're going to bring you all this interview with Garo, with Harut, Aram, who else? With Matthew, and there were a couple other ones like I was going to the show, but I just don't have it here. So I thank you very much for joining in today, and we look forward seeing you maybe tomorrow, next, because we have lots of material gonna bring you, and we're gonna hopefully bring some of those people to explain and all that stuff. And again, we like to thank you for coming, listening to us. And if you have some people that need to be here to come and talk about Armenians, what they are doing, because there is lots of activity going on. So we just want to bring all of them so that everybody see it, and there's a lots of progress. Even in Armenia, there's a lots of progress, So again, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you in next episode.